Governor Brown is facing big setbacks to his main legacy projects. We begin with high-speed rail. The projected cost for one part of the bullet train just shot up by 35% to $10.6 billion. KPIX 5 political reporter Melissa Kane joins us now to tell us where all that money's going. Melissa?
That's right, Veronica. The videos that the agency puts out are slick. The High-Speed Rail Authority is promoting the work already underway in the first phase of a very complicated project. Now, this part of the project is in flat Central Valley from Madera to Bakersfield, and it's actually supposed to be the easiest and cheapest part to build. So what happened?
It's just looking more and more ridiculous.
Stuart Flashman is an attorney, and he's suing the High-Speed Rail Agency for unauthorized spending. And he's not surprised at the revelations about this project's runaway budget.
I think this is the tip of the iceberg, that the cost escalation is just going to continue.
Initially, the budget for this segment was $7.8 billion, but new estimates put it at $10.6 billion, a $2.8 billion increase. According to documents presented at today's meeting in the High-Speed Rail Authority, the biggest drivers of the budget bust are getting legal permission to put the tracks and stations on land that is not owned by the state, costing $725 million. Barriers to protect the high-speed rail trains from freight trains are costing an extra $450 million. And finally, relocating utilities is costing an additional $350 million. Flashman says that these new expenses should have been in the original budget. For example, the need for intrusion barriers was obvious.
In 2008, we raised this issue about intrusion barriers, and they ignored us. So that's 10 years ago.
After the Oroville Dam scare last year, I asked the governor if money for high-speed rail would be better spent elsewhere. A number of Californians expressed concern that we were spending millions, billions of dollars on high-speed rail as opposed to keeping up the infrastructure that we should have been maintaining. What do you say to that criticism?
Well, I say that you have to be able to do more than one thing at a time. A passenger rail alternative is a very important complement to the roads, the bridges, and the airports. I think California can well afford it, and it'll make our state a much better place.
Now remember, the Central Valley project is just the first part of high-speed rail. The overall price tag is nearly $70 billion.
When you look at the whole thing, they were talking $65 billion. I think it's probably more like $90 billion now. And there's no way they're going to have the money to do that.
And as this project moves closer to urban areas like San Jose, San Francisco, Los Angeles, the complications and the lawsuits are only going to increase. Now, high-speed rail officials say that they are learning lessons now that hopefully will be useful when that time comes. Melissa Kane, KPIX 5.